Hello, I am Garrett Godfrey, and welcome to the Crowdfunding Christian Music Podcast, where I will help you find and fund the music you love. This is episode 32, recorded Thursday, September 10th of 2015. We are going to be looking at some current campaigns by Madeira, Gray, Lakes, Flight Metaphor, Vocal Few, Ryan Wilkins, John Millea, and Galaxy Buck. Plus, updates on Melody Hwang, Eric Peters, and Adam again. I hope you enjoy the show and find something you can fund. Okay, so before we get into the campaigns, I just want to remind you guys that we do have the timestamps for all the specific campaigns in the show notes. And if you back any of the campaigns, be sure to spread the word, mention it to your friends, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or a blog or just, in real life. Let people know about what's going on that you're supporting, and they might want to support it too. If you want to send me feedback, you can do so, feedback@crowdfundingchristianmusic.com. Or you can message me on Twitter @theotherccm. And there's also a little submissions form link at the top of the website that we'll talk about later. So, on to the campaigns. First up tonight is Madeira out of Nashville, Tennessee, with a Kickstarter campaign for a double album project. Now, you may remember him from a couple Mercyland Hymns album campaigns he's done in the past few years. Here's Mercyland Hymns Volume 1, and then Mercyland Hymns Volume 2, which won't actually hit for a regular street date until this November, I think. But he's been involved in music for decades, just phenomenal artist and musician, and he's now got something new cooking. So let's hear about it on his campaign video over at Kickstarter.
Greetings from Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, Nash Vegas, Twangtown. Has a lot of names, but it all kind of means one thing: music. And anyway, that's where I'm coming from. Excited to tell you about a new project on the heels of Mercyland Volume 2, which is going to release in November. Some of you guys supported that here on Kickstarter, and I'm so thankful for you. I know you've gotten your copies by now. The new project, a little risky, something I feel like I got to do, another solo project, but it's going to be a double project. And one CD is going to be all blues. And I've been a blues man most of my life. It's the first music that ever grabbed me. And but for some reason, making a blues project has always taken a back seat to other things. So it's time I did it. And now some people say, oh no, blues, who cares? Well, this is not just I'm making a blues record. I hope you all buy it. Down here on Kickstarter, oh yeah, you're gonna try it. I mean, it's not all that, Now there's some of that because I love Muddy Waters, but it's all my influences in that department, from jazz, blues, T-Bone Walker, and Taj Mahal on the countryer side, and Muddy Waters, and even Hank Williams. He's a blues singer in his own way. Now, speaking of Hank Williams, the other disc is more pure Americana, if there's such a thing, more singer-songwriter. And so songs like The Ghost of Johnny Cash, that some of you are familiar with, and just 12 of my songs that I've never put out before that are more in that Bob Dylan vein, more in that vein of real poetry and real musicianship coming together to touch your mind and your soul. So I'm real excited about it. I've actually recorded a little bit of it already. I've got my good friend Buddy Miller singing on one of these tunes, and Will Kimbrough and Brian Owens, Chris Donahue from the Red Dirt Boys. You might have seen us play with Emmylou few years back. And there's going to be some other guest artists on here as well. I'm not free to announce them at this time. Anyway, I hope you can get excited about it. If you're not a blues fan, you can just back one disc. If you're not a singer-songwriter fan but you love the blues, you can do that as well. I'm not going to handcuff you on this, but I hope you'll actually back both projects. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this ride. I love connecting in this way. I think it's a genius way to connect with people, and I hope you enjoy the journey. Take it easy, and God bless you. See ya.
And if you're watching, right at the bottom of the screen, you see it says 2 CDs, 24 songs, December 7th, 2015. So now for this campaign, he needs to raise $20,000, and he's already raised $8,500 with 24 days to go. This campaign closes October 5th. Now for $10, you get an early digital download of either the Blues Project or the Songwriter Project. That's where he was talking about you could get one or the other. For $18, you get a digital version of both. For $25, you get an autographed CD, and you choose which of the projects it's going to be, plus early digital versions of both. So even though you only pick one for the CD, you can still get digital for both. For $35, you can get both CDs signed, plus those early downloads. And then there are all kinds of other rewards, including t-shirts, handwritten lyrics, artwork, painted guitars, and more. So if this sounds like something you want to check out, the links will be in the show notes. Next up are Gray Lakes out of Austin, Texas, with an Indiegogo campaign for a new EP to be titled Our Blood. And they've got this really nice, dreamy, full sound with beautiful vocals. Let's hear a bit about their campaign on their video, and then I'm actually going to play a bit of that title track, Our Blood. But here's their campaign video.
Hey, we're Gray Lakes. We're a band from Austin, Texas. Welcome to our Indiegogo page. We just finished up a new album called Our Blood, and with your help, we're hoping to release the album in the fall.
So this whole thing started about a year ago. I had some music that I really wanted to record, and so I went into the studio with Jared and Trey, and we just all bonded over just kind of the music we liked, and we all had similar influences. And just after spending time in the studio together and writing together and dreaming together, it just kind of transformed from just kind of a project I had in mind to a real collaborative effort.
We never had the intention of starting a band. It was just us hanging out, making music, and that's what we loved about it. It was just hanging out in Jared's studio, making up whatever we could. And I remember just sitting around talking during one of those sessions, and we were talking about this girl Lainey, that we really loved her vocals and how cool it'd be to add that to this music.
The guys called me back in December and said they'd been kind of writing music, and the direction was going in a way where they thought female vocals could be a good addition. So I remember going into the studio and hearing all the music beds that they'd created, and I really loved the music, and it was so different than anywhere musically that I'd been in the past, kind of doing singer-songwriter things. And so it was a really fun experience just getting to sit with those instrumental tracks and write melodies and lyrics. And so John and I spent a lot of time kind of building melodies into the tracks that the guys had previously created.
I think maybe I've gotten a little bit spoiled. I'm working on this project because everybody in the band has such a great sense of just where each individual part fits in the song as a whole, which makes my job a lot easier as a producer and engineer. And so not only has it been a lot of fun, but I'm really proud and excited with what we've made, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Yeah, so the album is almost completely done. We've got it recorded, and it's pretty much ready to get into your hands. There's just a couple more things we need to get done, like mastering and CD duplication and things like that. And so think of this as a pre-order. It's just kind of deposit down on what we have and just kind of putting the finishing touches on it. to get ready to put into your hands. And so we've got a single already that you can hear. Just kind of check it out beforehand. There should be a link below for you to get that and hear it. But yeah, we're so excited to include you on this and to have you help and for you to just hear just this music that we've created that we love.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the site. We really appreciate your support, and we hope that you will enjoy listening to the music as much as we have enjoyed creating it. So thanks.
So I'm going to take us to their website and play just a bit of that title track. Now, I also want to tell you, the video on their website is definitely worth checking out. The first half is just the video we watched from Indiegogo, but the second half is an acoustic at the piano version of the song Our Blood, which is really nice. Here's the full version of that song, though. So this campaign, the goal is $5,000, and they are almost 20% of the way there, with 28 days still to go. This campaign closes October 8th, and it's flexible funding, which means that it's not all or nothing like Kickstarter. So whatever they do gather in pledges, they'll be able to recover and use to move this project forward. And as I said, most of the work has already been done. So for $10, you get a digital version of the EP. For $25 plus shipping, you get a hard copy on CD plus the download plus a t-shirt. And then there are all these other perks available, which include like a VIP listening party, them covering a song of your choice, and more. If this sounds like something you want to check out, the links will be in the show notes. Next up are Flight Metaphor. They are a great rockin' band out of Omaha, Nebraska, with a Kickstarter campaign for a new album. Now, Mike from the band used the submission form on the Crowdfunding Christian Music website to let me know that they'd launched this campaign last Friday. So let's hear a little bit more about their project in their campaign video over at Kickstarter.
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm Cody.
I'm Mike.
I'm Brad, and we're
Flight Metaphor.
We've been making music together since 2007. In that time, we've played shows throughout Omaha and the Midwest, releasing 3 albums and an EP.
We're currently in the studio working on our next full-length album, but we need your help. So far, we've been able to fund the tracking and the mixing ourselves, but you might be surprised how much goes into a full-length album.
We're a regional band. That means we have a regional sized budget. In other words, we're broke. We still have to come up with the mastering and physical production of our album. That being said, any contribution you provide is going to get us one step closer to our goal of finishing this album and one step closer to you holding it in your hands.
This is the first full-length project that we're doing since Cody and Brad joined the band, and we really do believe that it's the best representation of Flight Metaphor ever captured.
The song that you're listening to right now is a rough cut of a song from the record.
There's another coming day, so much closer than before. When the borders that we draw are a distant afterthought.
We've already completed the recording process, so you can pledge with confidence. We're not going to let this drag on for months and months. In fact, we've already booked a CD release show for November 21st at the Slowdown in Omaha.
The only thing we're missing is proper funding, also known as your money. We only need about $2,000 to go ahead and complete this project.
Take a look at the pledge amounts and incentives on the right side of the screen, and please give to this project. Whether you have a lot or a little bit to give, we've done our best to make sure that everyone can contribute and feel like they're getting something worthwhile in return. Thanks.
Now they have some of their stuff over on SoundCloud, so I'm actually going to play a couple snippets from a couple songs of their EP Redirection. Let's take a little bit of listen to a little of their stuff.
Through the night and the day, when I sleep or awake, I will not be afraid, 'cause you're there. Oh, you're everywhere, and you've made my heart your home. Yeah, you're always there, and I will never be alone. I'm off the beaten path once again. I need a redirection, a tiny resurrection in my soul. 'Cause I get so distracted, I find myself attracted to what I know will never pay off. But still I always come back to it. Redirect my heart, resurrect my soul. Redirect my heart, resurrect my soul.
So their goal for this campaign is $2,000, and they've already raised about a third of it in the first week, with 24 days left to go. This campaign closes October 4th. For $5, you get an early download of the entire album. For $10, you get the CD and an early download. For $20, you get the early download and their entire discography. And I'm going to scroll down and read that for you because it looked like it was a handful of projects. It's Flight Metaphors EP, Trapdoor and Ladders, Mess, Eastmost Peninsula, and Redirection, plus this new one. So just a lot of stuff there. And then there are more reward levels available beyond that. So if this sounds like something you want to check out, I'll definitely have the links, including the SoundCloud page, in the show notes. Now next up are Vocal Few out of Seattle, Washington. And props go out to Jesus Freak Hideout for posting this on Facebook earlier this evening. Vocal Few is made up of Matt McDonald from the Tooth Nail band The Classic Crime and his wife Christy. And they're putting out a new EP called The Dream Alive, which is coming out October 30th, but they've launched a Pay What You Want pre-order campaign to get it promoted early. And this is $2 minimum for the pay what you want, and you'll get it on October 12th instead of having to wait until October 30th. They're also going to be doing a living room tour to promote this EP, and this is not their first project. So I'm going to take you over to their Bandcamp page, and we are going to do a little time machine, go back to, 2012 for their She'll Be Alright EP, and listen to a little bit of the song every second, and take a listen to this.
A woman on a plane sitting next to me says it's a terrible thing to get old. I asked her why, she said because you die and one piece at a time you unfold. I said I feel it now at 25, yeah, I've been dying since the day I was born. But if there's still one thing worse than that, it's dying without a warning. It's dying without being warned. So if the cabin pressure drops and we start falling from the sky, we'll both pray to God in the last seconds of our lives. But if we don't die today, then may this memory remain, that every second lived is worth each second of the pain. Oh, flight attendant, could you tell me the story of how you gave up trying to control your fate and rescue yourself? So calm and patient, you greet death every day with a smile. If today he takes you, would you say that your life was worthwhile?
So this is the Vocal Few, and they've got a page on their website for the pre-order, and it's just vocalfew.com, and then a little pre-order button, and they've got all these different options. So they have the pay at least $2 and more to get the early digital download, but they also have, for at least $20 you can get a t-shirt with that, or for $20 you can get the EP on vinyl plus the early download, or for $25 you could get that vinyl in color, and it looks like it's like white with some sort of gray splatter or something in the middle. And then you can also for $30 get the vinyl and a shirt in the download, and for $50 that vinyl is color, and you also get handwritten lyrics with the t-shirt and the download. Just all kinds of stuff. So if this sounds like something you want to check out, the links will be in the show notes for both their Bandcamp page and their pre-order page. Next up is John Millea, a folk Americana artist out of Slick, Oklahoma, with a Kickstarter campaign for a new 10-song album titled Things New and Old. Let's find out more about the project with his campaign video.
My name is John Millea. I'm a Christian singer-songwriter, and I'm recording a new CD right now called Things New and Old. Last fall, I released a home-recorded CD called Leaning on a Cane, and then I started writing for a new album. But this summer, someone came to me with a gift of money, saying they wanted me to re-record some of the songs from last year's Leaning on a Cane, but this time in a professional studio. I decided to take the opportunity to give a professional polish to some of the older songs and also to record a few new ones. And that's how Things New and Old was born. I started recording in August at Black Box Studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm working with producer and engineer Jung Jacob Song, as well as a group of talented local musicians to bring these songs to life, and we're having a great time doing it. I'm also working with Joe Horacek, who's an artist from Lincoln, Nebraska, to do the album artwork as well as some artwork for a new t-shirt. I'm really excited about this t-shirt artwork. I'm calling it The Cross and the Crossroads, and it's inspired by my song, I Sold My Soul. The money I received this summer is enough to cover about half of the cost of making the album, but I'm going to need help making up the difference. So I'm asking you to help me make this album a reality. In exchange for your support, I'm offering some great rewards here on Kickstarter, including exclusive pricing on the new CD and some other cool merchandise. Not only do I want you to have some cool merchandise, but I want you to have a part in making the album. So at the $20 pledge level, you'll have the opportunity to vote to choose 2 of the songs to be included on the new album. You'll also get some bonus demo tracks so that you can hear the songs and decide which one is your favorite. Jesus is the reason I make music, but I make it for you, and I wouldn't be able to make it without you. If you like what you're hearing, please make a pledge today, and I'll do my best to keep it coming. Thank you so much for listening, and peace be with you.
To the devil, but Jesus bought it back.
So I'm going to take you over to Noise Trade, where you can get his first album, Leaning on a Cane, for free, or you can leave a tip. And first I'm going to play a clip of that song, I Sold My Soul, that he did a live version of, and then I'm going to play a bit of a song, the title track, Leaning on a Cane. So here we go with a little bit of I Sold My Soul.
When I sold my soul to the devil, I didn't have to meet him at the crossroads. I didn't need to sign a dotted line to know the deal was closed. I just made some choices bad. I sent my soul to the devil. Easy as that. I owed my soul to the devil, but Jesus bought it back with blood. The only price that would suffice to pay for what I'd done. He must love this foolish man, 'cause I sold my soul.
That was I Sold My Soul, and here's a little bit of the track, Leaning on a Cane.
When I was a baby in my mother's womb, I wrestled my brother for first place. He came out ahead, but I had him by the heel. And that is how I got my name. They called me Jacob, 'cause that's what I am. I'm a crafty, self-sufficient man. I never leaned on anybody, oh, I did things my own way. But now I worship leaning on a cane.
So for this campaign, his goal is $5,850. $131. And he's already over $1,000 with 31 days still to go. This campaign closes October 12th. For $7, you can get a digital copy of the new album. For $9, you get the CD. For $20, you can vote on 2 of the songs to go on the album, and there are more reward levels available. So if this sounds like something you want to check out, the link will be in the show notes. Next up is Ryan Wilkins out of Columbus, Ohio, with a Kickstarter campaign for a new album with somewhere between 10 and 12 songs. He's got a campaign video that features him singing, so let's take a listen to it.
When the rug is pulled out, when you're stabbed in the back, when your heart is broken, He is there. When your faith is shaken, when you wonder why me, when you feel like giving up, He is there. Come, let's sing about the Lord, whose mercy will endure. Jesus understands our wounds, 'cause He's been there too. He will stand by. He hears your cries. He will not give up. No, He will not give up on you. His yoke is easy and His burden is light. His yoke is easy and His burden is light. He will stand by. He hears your cries. He will not give up. No, He will not give up on you. Give up, no, He will not give up on you.
Now you can also find his earlier project Steady Ground on Spotify to check out some more of his music. He needs $6,000 for this campaign, and he's more than halfway there with 25 days still to go. This campaign closes October 6th. So for $10, you get a download of the new album. For $25, you get the early download of the new album and CDs of the new album and 2 previous releases, Steady Ground and Parts. And then there are other reward levels available. If this sounds like something you want to check out, the link will be in the show notes. Next up is Galaxy Buck. Not exactly music, but hey, I am a big fan of Phil Vischer, so I'm going to tell you about this project. Back in '93, Phil, his wife Lisa, and Mike Naraki brought VeggieTales onto the scene with computer-animated vegetables, telling stories with some content from the Bible and some fun or silly songs that just exploded. And they've changed over the years, and it's still going on. In fact, I think Netflix now has a series, VeggieTales in the House. Fast forward, though, to 2010, when Phil launched the What's in the Bible DVD series using puppets to teach the Bible in a news broadcast format. Now he's launching a new series with some of the same characters from What's in the Bible, and he's running a pre-order campaign for the first DVD, Galaxy Buck Mission to Sector 9. The premise is that Buck Denver works for the Galactic Mission Board, and he's always wanted to share the gospel, and he's always wanted to go to space, and here he gets a chance to actually lead a mission into deep space, and I don't want to give away any more than that. The DVD comes out October 20th, but if you pre-order the DVD, and that means it costs $13 instead of $15, you also get a 2-month free trial to the Jelly Telly web service, where you can stream the new movie starting October 11th. So do the math, that's actually early. Along with a bunch of other kids' content, Jelly Telly is his thing to help provide parents with ways to engage their kids with content to teach them more about the Christian faith. I would play the video of the trailer for you, but unless you're actually watching, it would not really be helpful. So I'll put the link in the show notes, and I will highly encourage you to head over there and check out the trailer over at galaxybuck.net. It's just going to be a lot of fun. So normally, I like to take a look back at a campaign that's closed and provide an update. Tonight I have 3. Now the first update is about Melody Hwang, and I'd covered her Kickstarter campaign for an album to be titled Suddenly way back in episode 3. Now the update is she did in fact release that album in English and Chinese, and you can find it on Bandcamp for $7. And don't forget, one of the nice things about Bandcamp is that you not only get it in FLAC, which is a really high-quality lossless audio, or high-quality MP3s, but you also get unlimited streaming. So anything you pay for at Bandcamp, they know you've purchased. You can use any of their free smartphone apps and get unlimited streaming of everything you've ever purchased from them, so you don't have to try and find space on your device to store it all. You can just get it through a Wi-Fi connection or your data plan. So I'm going to play a bit of the first track on the project titled Reformers for you. So here you go.
I am a child of the Most High King. He has freed me and adopted me. No longer a slave to fear or shame of who I am. I will step out and dare to dream. To dream. We are the reformers.
Okay, so just for fun, same thing in Chinese.
至高望的真儿女，我是自由完全的释放，不再是个胆怯害怕羞愧的过去，我踏出去追求梦想，梦想，我们是在歌唱，虽然相信神的话。
Wow, that's just too cool. Way to go, Melody. Congratulations on the new project. The second update is about Eric Peters and his Far Side of the Sea campaign from back in episode 28. And congratulations are in order. The campaign has fully funded. We look forward to seeing the album and the book. And the third update is about the Low Fidelity Records reissue of Adam McGinn's classic album, Dig. The campaign's already at 120% of their original goal, with 19 more days to go. So congratulations, y'all. And if you haven't backed this, but you're thinking about it, you have until the end of September to get in on this one. Well, those are all the campaigns for this week. Be sure to check out the website for those show notes. That's crowdfundingchristianmusic.com. And if you just scroll down, you'll see the episodes. You'll see how you can subscribe or just how to download the files directly. You'll see the link for the show notes where it just says read more, and that'll have all the links. So I'm looking at the show notes for episode 31 right now, and you can see how those are all laid out just so you can launch to wherever you wanted to go. Also, if you like the theme song at the beginning of the show and the one I throw at the end, it's the song Hypostatic Union by the group out of South Africa, the X Structure. And all their music right now is Name Your Price over at Bandcamp. And head over there, check it out. The album, The Future, is the one that this song is from, but they've got a lot of music over there, all kinds of different electronic music, and it's just really great stuff. Check it out, see what you want to purchase, and let them know you heard about it here. That's all for this week, but keep coming back. There will be more campaigns to cover soon. In the meantime, you can email me feedback at crowdfundingchristianmusic.com. You can message me on Twitter at TheOtherCCM, or you can be like Mike and go up to the top of the webpage where it says submission form. Click on that, and you can give me feedback on anything. A campaign that I need to cover. Maybe it's your band, like we had tonight, or maybe it's something else that you found out about that I haven't yet. Maybe it's something in the website or the podcast that you need to give me some feedback on. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear from you. Until next week, I'm Garrett Godfrey. I hope you have a fantastic week. Bye.